Okay, so really the same for the snatch. I've just locked myself in here. I'm looking at the tension in the back angle maintenance, the shins coming back out of the way. Okay, on this one I feel like I created a better position above the knee than I did on that snatch. My shins, you can see them vertical. The clean is just easier with that wide snatch grip. There's a big disadvantage there. So I've gotten up and back, moving out of the way, pulled myself underneath. Now I've met the bar at about parallel on that one. Okay, now my body's ridden it down. Now I can catch a good bounce out of the bottom. Since I've met it a little bit higher and ridden it down, I can get that better recoil out of my legs. Okay, just a typical front squat there. That's exactly what we're looking for. The elbows are up, my head is up, leading everything in that direction. All right, so I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna take a couple seconds here to gather myself, make sure my grip is comfortable. I'm comfortable in that front rack position and my feet are right. Okay, I pulled my feet back in slightly. First thing I'm gonna feel is upward pressure, and you can pause it right here for just a second. Upward pressure on the end of the elbow, and that's just the preferred technique that I use and that I teach. And then from there, I'm just gonna take that deep breath. I'm gonna fill my lungs as much as I can. I'm focusing right here on maintaining the shoulder and hip alignment as I dip down. What's gonna help with that is I'm gonna go slow and short on my dip. Once I get down there, even though I've gone slow, I'm gonna change directions as aggressively as I can. What's gonna help me do that, my personal preference is really throwing that head back. That helps me get more power, more extension, and it also creates space for that bar to go straight. Okay, so that bar is going straight and it's actually going back up over the top of me just how I want it to. Okay. So I'm still trying to maintain that hip-shoulder alignment, that those hips are back very slightly, but that's about as good as it's gonna get for me right there, okay? That was controlled pretty well. Sometimes you'll see, or most of the time you'll see, because the head doesn't go back far enough, you'll see people, the bar just goes forward if the head doesn't go back enough. And so you'll see that step forward or that run forward to save the lift. I was able to control it, pull the front foot back first, that's ideal, and then meet in the middle with the back one stepping forward. Okay, yeah, so I've locked in here. Again, I've taken my deep breath, my lungs are full, I'm holding my breath through the whole clean, bar staying close. Everything is pretty symmetrical there. I'm not really shifting knee to one side. My arms are staying straight to extension. Okay. Fully extended. Yeah, I've got a little bit more height out of that left side, and that right foot just jumps out, and the left one just kind of stays where it's at. And you can see here that the left side is higher than the right side. Okay, a little bit there. So for me, that's just where I'm at. My knees are, for the most part, staying out as I stand, and that's another thing we can see as the person is standing. Are those knees shooting in? That's a pretty common flaw there that we just need to do more front squats and strengthen those legs so the knees can stay out and we can recruit more of the body. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to shift here. What I can see here specifically is the lifter being consistent with the power stance that they're using for their jerk. Okay, so if they're inconsistent, if they're always using a different position, if they're always bringing their feet back into a different position after they've cleaned it, then we need to make sure that they're staying consistent. Also, what we can see here are the elbows. Are they staying cranked up as much as they can for the technique that I'm using and that I teach? And whenever the lifter goes to split, are their feet from side to side coming in? And we would call that scissoring, and that would cause a lot of instability side to side. And you're going to be able to see, are the knees tracking out here, or are they coming in? Again, another common flaw for the jerk is those knees just coming in really any at all, but a lot of people, those knees will shoot in, and if that's the case, again, there's exercises that we can do to correct that, because we can have more flexibility to dip straight and get more power out of our body if those knees are out. Okay, so you can see here on the split, my foot actually jumps out slightly in the back and the front, and that's good. That's good. I've just created a bigger base for that weight. Again, we don't want to see them come in any. And again, is the lifter symmetrical in the catch of the jerk? And for me, they were pretty. I was pretty symmetrical, side to side. They were pretty even. I stepped forward there. The weight tugged me forward for whatever reason a little bit. Okay. Other than that, we're good.